Hello, everybody. This is CB Smallwood, and welcome to Mental Junk Food, where we talk about all things comics, sci-fi, pop culture, horror, fantasy, and everything in between. And today, unfortunately, another negative headline about the man himself, Stan the Man Lee. Now, for those that haven't been following what's been happening to poor Stan, he's had everything in the world happen to him. I think roughly about a year ago, give or take, his wife unfortunately passed away. He's had a bout with pneumonia. He's had to fire a lot of the people close that were around him because they were mistreating him in one way or another. Most of it financial. He lost a lot of money, and I don't even know if they found all of it. But aside from that, he's had this. There's this internal power struggle between those that are around Stan Lee currently and his daughter. J.C. Lee, and I don't know what the deal is with that. And then there's also a really disheartening appearance that he made at a comic book convention where a lot of fans were concerned about his health because he didn't look good at all. And I think that was on a Saturday at that convention, not a recent Saturday, mind you. But the following day on a Sunday, apparently, according to some reports, he felt a lot better and it was more like the Stan that everybody knows and loves. Aside from all that, there was a news report about him talking about suing people over a lot of this mayhem that's going on around him. And today we get a news article courtesy of bleedingcool.com. I'll leave a link to it down below. And if you want to read the entirety of this report as well as all the legal documents, I recommend you go check it out. But I'm just going to read a quick excerpt here. And the headline is, Stan Lee sues Hands of Respect's Jerry Alvarez, claiming elder abuse. Now, to put this a little bit in perspective, what's the deal with Jerry Alvarez? What's this elder abuse? Well, according to bleedingcool.com, and I quote, the first of his legal actions made public has been against Gerald Jerry Alvarez, alleging elder abuse. The man behind the controversial Hands of Respect company that created the so-called Stan Lee Blood comics with allegations of embezzlement from Lee, which Alvarez denied, unquote. Now, like I said, if you want to read the entire article, it's very lengthy. You can check it out there. But I wanted to read that part to you because that's one of the most interesting things, especially the Stan Lee Blood comics. Now, what in the world is Stan Lee Blood comics? Well, apparently, in the middle of all this mayhem that's been happening to Stan Lee in the past year and a half, give or take, he's had his blood stolen from him. This is insane. The insanity just never ends. Also, another excerpt that I'm going to read to you is from the Daily Beast. And I'll have a link to that down below so you can read that article in its entirety. To give you further insight of what the deal is with the stolen blood, on the Daily Beast, their headline is, was Stan Lee's blood stolen and used to sign Black Panther comics? Wow. And I quote, last month, the Daily Beast published a shocking report alleging that various opportunists had targeted Marvel Comics legend Stan Lee, attempting to profit off the 95-year-old's fame and plunder his fortune. Now, according to TMZ, there's an even darker dimension to this twisted tale, with reports that Lee's blood was stolen in order to stamp comic books with DNA ink signatures. I'm getting tongue twisted. DNA ink signatures and turn a truly tainted profit. TMZ first covered the macabre, I can't pronounce that word. You know what I'm trying to say. First uncovered this craziness plot earlier this week, quoting the sources who alleged that a former business associate of Lee's went to Stan's personal nurse back in October with a forged document giving him authority to order a blood sample from the Marvel Maven. The post continued. Our source claims he told the nurse to fill several vials and she obliged. We're told that she took so much of Stan's blood, he became dizzy. The original post goes on to reveal that Stan's people suspect the meddling ex-associate of commissioning for profit pens, presumably linked to Stan and Marvel, and the pens have an ink substitute, blood. And it turns out that the vial prediction wasn't too far off, according to a new TMZ report published on Thursday. Lee's blood is being sold. Only instead of pens, the allegedly stolen blood has been used to sign Black Panther comic books. The comics, which the site alleged were for sale at the Marvel Avengers station in Las Vegas, were paired with a certificate of authentication that details the item as a hand-stamped signature of Stan Lee using Stan Lee's solvent DNA ink. So I'm not going to read the rest of this. It's like 4, 5, 6 paragraphs long, and it's full of like a lot of interesting details such as that. And like I said, I'll have a link down below to the Daily Beast as well as a Bleeding Cool's article that I referenced in this news bit that I'm giving to you guys. But this is insanity. The poor guy. I really hope that there are people that's looking out for him. And remember, I predicted in the last video that I don't think things are going to get any better for him. I hope that I'm wrong. I really, really, really do. I don't want to wish anyone ill. With everything that's happened to him, and he's 95 years old, usually 9 times out of 10, I could be wrong. But when people get about that age, there's people around them, even the people that's closest to them, tend to take advantage of the elderly. And I don't know why that is. I mean, there's a lot of people's true colors come out when you get sick and when you're in need, and you find out who your real friends are and who your enemies are. And a lot of times you end up with more enemies than you have friends. And poor Stan, who was looking out for Stan Lee, honestly. But sorry to release this bit of downer news. I figured you all would appreciate it. So I'm going to sign off here. I just want to say thank you to everybody that's taken the time to subscribe so far. The channel's growing, steadily, and I really appreciate that. If you enjoyed this video or you found it informative, please remember to hit that like button. And if you want to keep up to date to all my latest shenanigans, please remember to subscribe and follow to be kept up to date to more. I'm getting tongue twisted again. This is CB Smallwood, and I will see you in the next video.